Welcome back to another video. We are using basic team against Viper, doing a little workout. The boss is level 80, so keep that in mind. I'm still kind of ironing out the kinks. I've had good runs so far, but there's some other options, and we're just going to kind of work through that. So I'll show you what I've been doing and what I'm going to try to be working on. This is kind of like the easy way. Just my number one goal is to not get bombs. That's what we're going to do. So now I'm holding until under 40. There we go. Long chains coming up. I'm long chaining it as much as I can. So, and then now we're not holding anything, we're just going on cooldown. If you go too far away, he will teleport to you and punch you, and that can interrupt your weapon skill, so I'm staying pretty close. And that's pretty much that. Long chains everywhere. What's cool about the Kana skill is that he will, it doesn't miss. I probably should hit that Lucy chain a little bit earlier. And there you go. Damage is going to be super accurate because I'm not wearing motherships on everybody. I've got a mothership on Future Knight, but everybody else is wearing statues, so they're missing like 8% damage on each of them. So just, if you want to think numbers, just put another million on there is what I'll be doing. But again, this boss is level 80, and let's go talk about some stuff. So I'm doing 2 weapon skills on cooldown. The third weapon skill I'm going to hold until 40 seconds are remaining, and I'm not going to do it before that. Then I'm doing my chain, which is Nari for the crit buff, Kana. She gives a buff as well, but she doesn't miss. Doesn't matter if he teleports, he's going to get stunned, and so that's going to interrupt those bombs. Because between chain skill 1 and 2 is when he's going to teleport, unless you heavily overlap your chains. So anyways, Nari, Kana, Future Knight, and then Lucy. Doing Lucy at the end is unfortunate because you're not going to get that crit damage buff that she gives, and you want that on your Future Knight weapon skill. But having Kana go second, you are always going to interrupt if you get the timing right. You're always going to interrupt and not have to worry about it. So that's the easy way, and then I'll show you the way that I've been trying to do. So instead of going in for the first stun at 40, we're going to go at 42, and then I'm going to go Nari, Lucy, Kana, then Future Knight. But I'm still ironing it out, make sure I get that chain right. So let's see, might screw it up. If I screw it up and take bombs, I'm just going to die out and jump in again. But like I said, I'm working on this one. So here we go. Just doing my thing. We are using a sharpshooter right now because since we're holding a weapon skill, we're going to hold the 42. I'm watching the clock. Hopefully I did that right. Long chains. Lucy. There we go, that worked out. I felt lucky on that one, I don't know. And I don't think I hold the second set of chains, but we're about to find out. I have had this mess up before, so... But maybe not today. And that way... See, he teleported right there, that sucked. So I guess I gotta shorten that up, or what? Now, him getting the last chain, or the last set of bombs, isn't the worst thing in the world. Because he's only gonna get 1, maybe 2 bombs off, so it's not gonna kill you. You could just stand there and face tank it, but if he moves, you're gonna lose damage. If your team tries to run around and dodge bombs, you're gonna lose damage. It's just more risky. So do I shorten up that last chain? I think I do. I think I hit the last 2 chains at the same time. So I'll go like Lucy FK. But I feel like you're gonna lose airborne damage. You know, it's easy to look it down and say, oh, I'll just skip through down, but you have Kana on your team that does significant damage, so you're gonna miss Kana damage from not letting her enjoy the down, and you're losing some CC because you're gonna be moving around. Let's try that one more time, and let's see how we're doing. Speaking of time, let's see how we're doing. Oh, we're doing fine. Let's do it again. So 42, and then do that thing. If you're too far away, he teleports to you, which can interrupt your weapon skill, but other than that, it's not a big deal. we're gonna hold the 42. Getting punched in the face like a fool. Alright, long chains. Lucy. I should have been closer so I could see how much damage that FK chain did. I think they buffed something with FK recently. They keep giving her like little buffs. Hopefully that actually means something. And then again, long chains. Look at that damage. You tell by the end. So did I get lucky or did I just do it right? So like I said, the first one's pretty foolproof. The first technique, or strategy I should say. Hold your stun until 40. Do Kana second. He'll teleport. Kana will stun him. No bombs, and everything else from there is just hitting buttons. The second way, which is better because you get 3 party buffs before you get your Future Knight chain skill off. I mean, sample size is obviously pretty small, but I did like 13.5 with the first strategy, then I did 14.3-ish with the next strategy, so you can make a really strong argument on which one's better. But basically what I would do is I would do this boss first, because this raid is really easy. Do this boss first. If you have your reset, try to do the more difficult strategy, and then if you screw it up, then just go back to the easy strategy and just try again tomorrow. That's what I do. But let's look at some gear. Let's look at some stuff. Preset. I typically use a Minotaur necklace. I guess clicking that doesn't help too much. Yeah, that's fine. The Minotaur necklace, but since we're holding the first chain, then all that weapon skill regen is really just a waste. And so my MLB Minotaur is a waste, and I don't suggest anybody go for MLB Minotaurs. They gotta boost the damage on those things. The investment for an MLB Minotaur is just so high, and honestly, you're probably doing the same damage you would do if you just had a Mirror Necklace on. And Mirror Necklace has more weapon skill regen, so anyways. So like I said, we're using sharpshooters here. We don't need the weapon skill regen, we're gonna do that. I like crit on Nari because her base crit is so low. I don't think her weapon gives crit. Let me see this. Yeah. Her weapon doesn't give crit, what the hell? Maybe because her chain skill gives crit, so her weapon skill doesn't? It sounds bad. Sounds bad. But look over here, look at this. You get 3% crit chance. Everybody else's weapon gives crit. Okay, maybe it does. Yeah, 2% crit chance. Am I blind? Is it there? Hello? I don't see it. Because it doesn't get crit. So anyways, she gets crit cards on her. Whoops, wrong button. And then over here, everybody gets crit except for Nari. Why does Nari's weapon not give a crit? Alright, enough of that. So, crit cards on her, skill cards on Future Knight. If you don't have anybody in your party that gives a skill damage buff, then you usually want to have skill cards on your leader. And that's pretty much that. And then to wrap out, to finish off the video, let's just go through and look at the heroes' educational moments. She decreases enemies' range defense, which is great. That's one of the reasons why Nari is so good on every single range team that she can fit. And then for chain skill, she does some damage and she gets crit chance for 10%. And then, actually, let's read the bottom. Let's read a 5-star. On defense, kind of sucks that her 5-star is a defensive thing, but whatever, can't be perfect. And then we go over to, we're doing Lucy next. Over here, damage with her chains, with her chain skill, and then she increases a crit hit multiplier for 100%. So that's a big deal. So you're getting 10% crit from Nari, you're getting 100% more crit hit multiplier from Lucy, and then we'll go look at Kana real quick. And then Kana is straightforward. Increases allies' basic attack type by 30%. She also does a debuff. Let's see. Damage taken. Increase. Nope. She reduces their defense by 5%, so you're getting a nice little debuff on there as well. And then, last but not least, she does the biggest chain skill hit. Everybody else is like 300%, and so she does 370, so that's why you want to have all those buffs when she does her chain skill. And then, where does it say? Yep. On hit, reduces basic type resistance by 20%. It's very easy to forget that she does a resist debuff. There is a melee weapon coming out, the second X weapon for Future Knight's coming out. It's a melee thing. It turns her buff from weapon skill regen speed party buff to a defensive buff, which turns her into a PvP arena only character, which sucks because it would have been awesome to be able to use her as ranged basic and as melee basic, because melee basic is interesting. Lon does a debuff. You've got Sohi, which does good damage, and you've got it's probably somebody else I'm forgetting, but it was getting interesting, man. Oh, Kana. Kana's basically the basic version of what's her name? Lilith, which Lilith is getting like a little weapon skill regen buff or something. Not weapon skill regen, but weapon skill buff. So anyways, basic's looking cool, basic's looking fun. That's how it's been. And there you go. That is what's up. What does your thing do? It's pretty much all you gotta know. Get the buffs, do the thing. There's the easy version, there's the more difficult version. As always, appreciate you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.